Well, good morning, friends. It's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and it is early. It's 6:15 Vegas time, something like that. Maybe 6:30 now. It is not quite light out. I mean, the sun's up, but it hasn't come up past the mountains yet. I decided I'd come walk somewhere where I don't have to do laps. I know I get enough steps at this park without having to go multiple times around. Of course, I forgot to put my watch on. But my phone does track steps. But I won't close out my Apple rings because I didn't put my watch on. But that's okay. I am trying not to be that OCD about this. I know if I do it or not. That's a pretty rock. Look how white that is. Anyway, yeah, I know if I'm doing it or not. I do not need the validation of a number on a watch or a ring closed on a watch. I'm here, I'm doing it. Yesterday, I didn't wear my watch either, and we went several places, and I ended up, according to my phone, had over 7,000 steps, and that was by noon. My husband's feet were tired, so yes, got the steps in. I was hoping to see some bunnies, but not yet. And they don't seem to care if I'm talking to myself. It's very quiet, though. People are walking their dogs, and the birds are out. And according to my car dash, when I started the car, it was 68 degrees in the car. I'm wearing a tank top and sweat shorts. That's a little chilly, but as soon as I get this first mile out of the way, I won't be chilly, and I'll be thankful. And then I'm gonna go run to Smith's and go get ice and water, toilet paper. A few other things. I meant to go look up and see my recipe for taco soup for the week. Maybe I'll make it next weekend. Although it's pretty darn easy. You open a whole bunch of cans, what you have, and throw it in a crock pot or the stove and just cook it. Oh, I just saw a ground squirrel. I don't know why I call it a ground squirrel. It's not like he flies. but it's not a squirrel. It's more like a chipmunk, but not really. They're not squirrels and chipmunks like I grew up with in Ohio. Okay, what do I want to do? Oh, we'll just do this way. Except it's really weird because there's not a real path there. But you can tell that they made it a path because they put the rocking things. But there's a bush there. So you have to go to here. But see, the off-road path continues here. Anyway, I think the park had just acknowledged their oversight. So, okay, people are gonna walk this way anyway. What I think I'm gonna do this next week, because my junk journal, paper bag junk journal is finished. I recorded the last installment last night. Of course, it's not gonna be aired until next Sunday when it's due. And of course I did it to the end of the month because I wasn't gonna just do the 2 final issues the following Sunday because that's silly. Anyway, I finished it. So next Sunday I can either A, start on Halloween, B, start on a new journal, which I don't really think I want to, or I can paint rocks. I think I'll paint rocks. It's been a while since I found a rock, and it's been a while since I have dropped off rocks. Actually, I think it's before I got Opal. And Opal's a year, and I got Opal around 4 months. So it's been at least 8 months since I've dropped off painted rocks. And they're my absolutely favorite to find. So I have to believe other people enjoy finding them as well. And since it's spooky season, I can paint ghosts and witches and pumpkins and cute little creepy things, spiders. I'm not into scary, but I do like creepy cute. So, nice little succulents here. There is a more manicured part of this park, and I might pause you while I get to that. But sometimes it's nice just to get out here. And while this is manicured for the desert. It's more of a rural, it's a sports park. So we have half of this is like this, and then other half are sports fields. And then there's the kids park, there's a dog park, and then there are paved paths too, which I also go on. I just like to go on the diagonal, which is this off-grid park path first, and then I go around the outside of the park. And then each corner of the park is, I think it's a half mile long and wide. And then you walk through the park and then back. I will pick this back up. Sun's coming right up right about now. And then, yes, like I said, I'm warm now. And if I would have brought a long sleeve shirt, it'd been tied around my waist by now. Okay, let me pick you up when there's something different to look at. Okay. Well, slight change of walking plans. The part of the park by the sports fields is a little loud. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go film over there. I did walk past it. A lot of dogs, a lot of people setting up for soccer, baseball, football practices. Yeah, practices normally start at 6 in the summer, but I assume people come around 7 now because it's not as hot anymore. But they still want it out of the way. And you can tell the sun is now officially up over the mountains. And I'm kind of surprised I didn't run into any homeless people sleeping in the park. They usually clear out before the park employees get here. Ooh, cool rock. Too big to put in my pocket, but very cool. Anyway, I have to show you guys something. You're gonna find this funny, and I did pick it up. I found Jesus on my walk. He was propped up against a light post, and I will include a little still frame that I found him on. And yes, I picked him up because Jesus is gonna finish this walk out with me. Gwen, I almost called you, but I knew you would not appreciate a call this early in the morning on Sunday. And you would think something was wrong, and I don't want to panic you. So, but I thought you'd get a kick out of it. So, he's gonna come with me on my walk. Obviously, somebody wanted me to have him. So far, I can hear all the dogs at the dog park. So there's a lot of people out with their dog park this morning, being Sunday morning, and haven't decided if I'm going to air this afternoon or tomorrow. Since I already aired a video this morning, we'll see. It just depends what I have. If I make anything I want to show you tomorrow. Anyway, a lot of people walking their dogs in the park, and most of them German Shepherds, which, yes, I know German Shepherds are a common dog, but not that common. No joke, I've seen at least 7 different German Shepherds this morning, and unless the owners are rotating and these are the same dog over and over again, which I don't think so, that's quite a few German Shepherds all in one place, all at one time. Anyway, and maybe they like to walk them early before it gets too people-y here. I do enjoy right now. All the birds are chirping and they're dive bombing me, and little hummingbirds are everywhere, and they're too fast this morning and I can't film them. But since we've had a lot of rain the last 2 days, there are tons of little bugs and flowers are blooming, and it doesn't take that much time from the time that we get rain. And there's a dragonfly and he just zoomed over my head too quickly. Oh, and there's a bird who just dive bombed him, but he missed. You'll see all the, let's see, before we get to this tree. Look how many birds are in this tree. That tree is definitely dead. Because yeah, the top half of that tree's dead, the bottom is very much alive. They need to chop it down. And these trees have to be thinned out or they snap. They grow very fast, but if you don't thin them out, the first windstorm that comes in the opposite direction, they snap. I hated when they were in my rental, when I rented. Because in Nevada, you're responsible for trimming trees. Well, when you don't own the tree, and it costs money to buy the right equipment or hire someone, renters don't want to do that. Here's the back side of the high school. Oops, my finger's in the way. But anyway, I'll say goodbye now. We're getting to people-y area again, and I will talk to you on the next walk. Bye.